welcome back to another episode of Reg Talk. This is episode 2, and my guest here today is Coach Frankie Hernández. If you don't know, he is the Director of Basketball Operations here at Atlantis, and he is also the recruiting coordinator. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you. I'm here excited to have you guys.
My coach, he's here. You're going to get the real scoop with us. How you doing today, though? Let me start off like that.
Doing great. How about yourself?
I mean, I'm doing good. I had class. We here. We here for the people. You already know what we doing. The Forky way. You already know.
Yeah, I was pretty excited. Just not because I read top, but just sitting down talking with you.
Yeah, now look, this is the real one-on-one between a player and a coach. You're going to get the real experience. So we're going to start off like this. Let me ask you, what is your job here? What do you do?
Okay, so I got a lot of positions right here, but mainly I'm the Director of Basketball Operations. I work with operations and basketball-wise. Also, am a basketball coach. You know, I coach you.
Yeah, you
got
do.
practice tonight, you know.
Yeah.
Be there. And also, is a big part of my job is the recruiting coordinator. So I'm recruiting for all sports now. We got 5 sports. We got football, basketball, baseball, soccer, and women's and men's tennis. So I also recruit for all sports.
Okay, so let me ask you. So with your schedule with recruiting, what do you look for in a recruit? What would separate a regular kid from a kid that's going to be up and beyond to come here and play?
Okay, that's a very good question. I get that a lot on the road. So mainly, student needs to know that you're coming here for school. You know, you're not compete, but you also are coming here to get an education.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for good students as well, you know, because it doesn't matter if you're a great player and you have your grades up. So I always look at good students. Is your GPA is on point? You know, you have good grades, okay? Other than just the athletic part. Also, what I look at a recruit is how's your character. You're responsible. You're disciplined. You know, if you can be a coachable, you know, athlete. You know,
Coachable is a big thing.
Yes,
That's one
yes.
thing we stress at practice. Like I'm telling you, being coachable will really separates from you sitting on the bench and you in the game.
Exactly. So we're looking for those type of characters and, you know, qualities on a student. And then also, then you have to have a good talent. You know, if you play baseball, you have to be a good baseball player, you know. But we've also focused like a 60%, maybe 70% of you as a person, you know, on who you are, what are your goals. If you're a good kid, a good student, you know, that's what we mainly focus on too.
You know, my advice to recruits coming here is like being here is going to build you from a boy to a man. Like I came in as a boy and like playing here and seeing the culture here, it really does change you for real. Like at practice, no BS allowed. Nothing. You know,
Yeah,
you were quick to put us on the line the other day.
Exactly.
And you call us out on everything. And I really do appreciate you because in the real world, nobody's going to sugarcoat nothing. If your boss says, get this done today, you got to get it done today.
Exactly. And it's part of our mentality as coaches. I think I can speak for all coaches is that we want our student athletes to become, like you said, men, but also professional. You know, through sports, you can gain a lot of experience with facing adversity, facing obstacles, you know, going through rough times and also be able to, you know, maintain yourself and go compete and go get good grades. You know, when life comes in, it's the same way, man. Not always gonna be that easy. You know, you're gonna face your obstacles, you're gonna face adversity when you become a professional as well. So as a coach, we prepare you in the court to give it all, but also to prepare you to become a better professional outside of the court.
One thing, you guys do stress, you, Coach Huang, Coach A, Coach Dre, Coach Chet, y'all always say, like, you're a student before you're an athlete. It's like, in my mind, for the way you guys look at us is, how could you trust us fully if we can't do our part of our deal? We could be a phenomenal basketball players, but if we can't hold our end in the classroom, what's the point of you being here?
Exactly. And not only in the classroom, holding us in the court as well. Like, if you're doing something wrong and I'm calling you out, and then, you know, go back to the line and you being, you know what, okay and doing it, that takes some respect, you know. Some of the guys don't understand that. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't want to do it because you think you're always right. Then that's when I recruit, and we're going to recruit guys that are up for it. Like, if I say, you know what, get out of my gym because you're not ready, you're going to get out of my gym and then come back tomorrow and work harder.
Yeah, we got kicked out the gym yesterday.
We got
kicked out the gym yesterday, and When we get kicked out the gym, they don't know this. We get kicked out the gym, we go right in the weight room, and as a team, we come together and talk. We hold people accountable, and we can come back in the gym. And if we still not sprinting, we get kicked right back out the gym.
Exactly. So when we recruit, we want type of guys that can hold up to that part. That can mentally be tough. They have it in you because, again, when life comes hit you, it's gonna be the same way, and we want you to prepare you for that. I always say, me as a coach personally, the trophy gets dust and you just stay there, and it passes away. You can pass around it; it's just gonna be there. My real trophy is seeing you graduate, seeing you with a good job, seeing you even get married with a kid. That's my success. I can say, but you know what? I coached him for 4 years, 3 years.
You helped him.
He graduated. I helped him. That's my trophy.
You helped him become the best man he could be. You showed him.
Yeah.
And in a way, I feel like that goes into our culture.
Exactly. And that's why we do this. And then and then this is the fun part of it, that we can do it through the game that we love. That's basketball,
I feel like with us, like in all sports, the coaches here, you got to go to class. Yeah. It's no ifs, ands, buts about it. If you don't go to class, you get a list. Once the coaches get a list, it's done. Because what are you going to say why you didn't go to class? I overslept?
Exactly.
You're going to oversleep before a game? Why are you going to oversleep before class?
And you're going to feel it at practice too, because we're going to know. We're going to know.
Yeah. I remember literally 2 weeks ago, the study hall list came out, and I think like 3 players missed study hall. I don't think they completed their hours. Oh, we ran. We ran for like the first hour of practice. Nobody ever missed study hall again. Nobody.
Exactly, because it's about it's a whole. It's not only like, again, it's not only about the game. It's about school, about being responsible. I always told you guys, you represent the basketball program. So if you miss the study hall, that was a basketball player. So you have to show yourself accountable in all aspects.
There's no I in team either.
Exactly.
So it's like we got to hold each other accountable. If you miss, I miss. If I don't miss, you don't miss.
The scoreboard doesn't say Nico. It says Atlantis.
No matter what you say, you could be Michael Jordan. At the end of the day, he was still a Chicago's Bull player.
Exactly.
So now let me ask you, we're in Miami and on the basketball world, and really in the sports world, Heat culture is such a pop icon. What is to you Atlantis culture?
Well, Atlantis culture in my aspect, what I think is, building that student professionalism and now using it with a sport, So building a student from every aspect. We just talked about it right now. How we can begin helping you to prepare you for the next level. Like school-wise, we are big in 3 things: graduation, retention, and job placement.
Yeah.
So we're focused on that. If we graduate you, but don't you put you in a position where you can excel in the industry, then we're not doing our job. So it's not only by graduating, you're done. No. We graduate you, and we're trying to prepare you for the best scenario case, so you can get there and get a job.
So guys and gals, if you're listening, it's not only a sports culture here. It's really the school culture as one. Sports is just a part of it. Sports doesn't make us; we make the sports.
Exactly.
And I feel like once we learn that, and we do know that, but once other people see that, there's no stopping us. Atlantis is going to keep on growing as we are. And there's no stopping that, no doubt.
You can see it right now. You go back to the history. It's going to be our 3rd year in. And you see the difference between the first year to the 3rd year. You've seen it last year.
Yeah, it's so much more growth. Like, now, from last year to this year, we done added so much. We have a student body. Like, we have a student body. Well, the student ambassador. I'll say the student body. And it's like, now we have more communication with people in your office.
Exactly.
Like
with administration.
When did I meet you today? In your office.
Exactly.
In your office.
So now we're building that. Also, for those who are watching us, now we build our Red Talk. We didn't have that before, right?
Now look, now y'all get the inside scoop from a student athlete, a regular student, and we're gonna have so many more people on this show that you're gonna see everything from different aspects of school, from the deans, the coaches, to regular students. We're gonna have a student here. So it's not only management here. You're gonna see a lot. Now let me ask you this. What are your expectations for this season coming up?
Well, my expectations are very high. I think we have a good team that we can get into the tournament and maybe I can say here out loud, maybe win all.
We have a really good team.
I got that expectation myself. I just came from a championship.
You did.
I just want to bring that up because I don't want to have lower expectations from that. You know, Atlantis has a great team. We have a great team. We have great players. You know, we are committed. Obviously, we have to make some adjustments like every sport, like every team, like every sport.
It's the beginning. We babies
but
right now.
my expectations are high. This is my first time in my career saying this, you know, because we always start humble. We don't want to build it. But I think that we have to start strong. And my expectations are high.
Yeah, I believe it too. I think the whole team expectations are really high for every sport, not only basketball. It's like soccer. What are they, like number 3 in the country?
We're ranked number 2 now.
Clap it up for soccer, man.
Yeah.
I see y'all out there
Soccer's
every
doing
day.
the thing. Soccer's representing.
Soccer, y'all doing y'all thing. Y'all go out there. Y'all don't take none of the BS.
And watch out for baseball too.
Baseball always has a good team. They always have a good team. Like with us, we compete, and I feel like we're competing. That comes from leaders. I don't think there's not one person on my team who isn't a leader in some way, some form, and that comes from the coaches and what y'all implement in us. The worst man is just as strong as the best man.
Exactly.
It ain't no difference. But I feel like once we get that through, how could you really be stopped? If we all see each other as equal, no one better than this person, what are you really gonna do?
One of the best key thing in any sport, in any team, is chemistry. Yeah. Once everybody's in the same page and have that team chemistry, it doesn't matter if you're the tallest, you're the strongest. You know, you can get beat by the best team chemistry, you know. So it's getting to that point, and I think we have that culture in the institution, not only in sports or in a team.
That's a good word. Institution.
That's the word.
That's the word of the day. Institution. That's the word of the day.
Okay, so yeah, we're in that route.
I feel like also with the school, it's a very loving school. Like, we're not too big, we're not too small. But when you see somebody, it's not nobody going to turn their shoulder. They're going to say, hi, how are you? And I feel like if you're coming here for college, coming straight into college, if you're a freshman, that is so important because I just finished my freshman year. I feel like when people talk to you, because you're an adult, on college, there's no teacher saying, we need this right now, come on. It's college. The professors, they're here what they got to do. They'll teach you. But they're not going to be on top of you. But that, hey, how you doing? Are you doing good in this? Could be the push from you saying, I don't want to do this because I don't know it, than rather saying, let me go get some help.
Yeah, and we're trying to get more involved in that, and I think we're being successful in that part. But it's also to have that interaction with administration, you know, faculty, within the student, you know, body, like you said, you know, so you can feel comfortable. I mean, you from New York. You come to Miami, you're far away from home. You don't have mom and dad there, right?
Yeah.
So we're here to support those students that they feel comfortable here in Atlantis.
Okay. Now let me ask you one more thing.
Okay.
You are the director. You do a lot here. Are there any upcoming plans you could give us a sneak peek on before we go?
Well, yes. Stay tuned to Rec Talk, but we have a lot of good plans coming up with events, you know, games coming up, basketball season's coming up.
Yeah,
stay
soccer
tuned.
season is
I would like for everybody to follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, follow us on YouTube, Facebook, everything. Follow us because a lot of things are coming up. I can say just basketball season coming up, and soccer might make it to the nationals. You never know. Just stay tuned.
Not no Mike. We ain't soccer. Yeah, them boys right now. Number 2, we right there. We gonna do it. But with that being said, thank you for coming on my show.
No, thank you. Thank you for the invite.
Thank you for my guy. This is my guy. Practice tonight, but this is all I can say. Stay tuned for the next episode on Sunday, and Forks Up.